Now in this video we discuss about the finite set, infinite set and cardinality of a set and exercise 2.4. Now see, first what is the definition of finite set? A set in which the process of counting of elements surely comes to an end is called a finite set. Means by counting the elements one by one, the process of counting elements surely comes to an end, means there is a finite, is called a finite set. Means simply if a set contains finite number of elements, then it is called a finite set. Means the process of counting surely comes to an end, then it is called a finite set. See, for example, the first example, A contains the square of a number up to 6 square 36, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36. So it contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements. So it is a finite set. Next B, A, E, I, O, U, vowels of alphabets, it is also finite. Next C equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 1000. Here the counting comes to end up to 1000. So we can call this as a finite sets. Now these are the examples of finite set. Simply remember, the finite set means it contains finite number of elements. What is an infinite set? Infinite set means if it is not a finite set, then it is called an infinite set. Means it does not contains a finite number of elements. Infinite set, a set which is not a finite, is called an infinite set. For example, a set of all natural numbers. We know the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. They are continuously going on. So the counting is not come to end. So it is, we don't know the biggest natural number. So this is an infinite set. Next, a set of all points on a line. So this is a line. Find the number of points on this line. So we cannot find because they are also infinite. Next, the set of all prime numbers. So prime numbers also infinite set. We don't know the largest, the biggest prime number. So this is also an infinite set. Now cardinality of a finite set. The number of elements in a finite set is called the cardinal number or cardinality of the set. Means if a finite set contains the numbers, in a finite set the number of elements is called its cardinal or cardinality. The cardinal number or cardinality of a set A is denoted by n of A. N means number of elements in set A. N of A means number of elements in set A. So the number of elements in a finite set, it's called its cardinality. See the example, A equal to PQRS. A equal to PQRS. So count the number of elements. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it contains 4 elements. So cardinality of A is only 4. So it contains 4 elements. So its cardinality is 4 or n of A is equal to 4. Next, second example, see empty set. So what is the cardinality of empty set? Is there is any element in empty set? No, the empty set does not contain any element. So n of pi, the cardinality of empty set is 0. It does not contain any element. So its cardinality is 0. Now exercise 2.4. First bit, state which of the following sets are empty and which are not empty. We already completed the definition of empty set. If a set does not contains any element, then it is called an empty set, and we denote the empty set by pi or the only braces. So this is called an empty set, means it does not contains any elements. So we have to identify which are empty or which are not empty sets. The first one, the set of lines passing through a given point. See, if one point is given, then how many lines we can draw this from this point? So we can draw infinite number of lines from this given point. If a point is given, we can draw infinite number of lines. So the set of all lines passing through the given point is non-empty set. It contains some elements. So this is a non-empty set. Non-empty set. Next, the set of all odd natural numbers divisible by 2. Odd natural numbers, what are the odd natural numbers? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, all these are the odd natural numbers. Is the odd natural numbers divisible by 2? No, they are not divisible by 2. So this is an empty set. It is no element is there which are no odd natural number which are divisible by 2. So this is an empty set. Next, x such that x is a natural number and the natural number satisfies here the two conditions, which is less than 5 and greater than 7. If there is any number which is less than 5 and at a time which is greater than 7. So there is a no natural number which satisfies these two conditions at a time. So this is an empty set. Next, fourth, x such that x is a common point to any two parallel lines. So what are the parallel lines? So these are the parallel lines is there is any common point. The parallel lines means there is no common point. If they have the common point, then they are not parallel lines. They are called intersecting lines. So parallel lines does not contain any common point. So this is an empty set. And the last one, the set of all even prime numbers. So what are the even prime numbers? The even prime number is the only one, that is 2. So it contains one element 2. So it is not an empty set. So it is a non-empty set. Now second bit, state whether the following sets are finite or infinite. We have to identify which are finite and which are infinite. The first, the set of all months in a year. So we know the months in a year starting from January, February and up to last December. So there are complete total 12 months in a year. So 12 means it is a finite number. The set of all months in a year is a finite set. Next, the numbers here given 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 100. So it contains 100 elements. So it is also a finite set. Next, the set of all prime numbers smaller than 99. So what are the prime numbers from 1 to 100? So the number of prime numbers from 1 to 100 or 1 to 99 are 25. So 25 prime numbers are there from 1 to 99. So 25 means it is a countable, means it is counting number. So it is also a finite set, means here the starting from 2, 3, 5, 7, so like this up to 97. So these are the prime numbers. They are 25. So it is a countable set, means it is a finite set. Next, the set of all letters in English alphabet. We know the set of all letters in English alphabet. They are A starting from A, B, C up to last Z. So this is also a countable set, means it is a finite set. Next, the fifth one, the set of all lines that can be drawn parallel to the x-axis. See, listen once again, the set of all lines that can be drawn parallel to the x-axis. Now we know this is x-axis and this is y-axis, and the set of all lines parallel to x-axis. So how many lines like this we can draw? This is parallel to x-axis. We can draw infinite number of lines which are parallel to x-axis. So it is an infinite set, uncountable. We cannot count the number of parallel lines. So it is uncountable, means it is a infinite set. Next, the set of numbers which are multiples of 5. Which are multiples of 5. Multiples of 5 means 5 table. So write the 5 table. 5 table means 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 like this up to infinite. We cannot count the numbers because the multiples of 5 are no limit. The limit is not given, means up to 100, up to 1000 it is not given. So we cannot count the numbers which are multiples of 5. So it is also an infinite set. Now the last one, the set of all circles passing through the origin. If this is an origin, so how many circles we can draw through this origin? Means we can draw here infinite number of circles through this point from origin. One origin is given, we can draw infinite number of circles. So it is also an infinite set. So this is an example in example 14 in textbook. It is given only set A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and B equal to 2, 4, 6, right? But I explain the relation between n of A, n of B and n of A union B and n of A intersection B. So this is a relation I explain the relation between these 4 terms. See, first given the solution, write given set A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and B equal to 2, 4, 6, 8. So n of A, so number of elements in set A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So n of A means number of elements in set A is 5. N of B means 1, 2, 3, 4. It contains 4 elements, so n of B equal to 4. Now next to find out A union B. A union B means write the elements of A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and next elements of B 2, 4, 6, 8. So union means you have to write all the elements of set A and B. So write in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So these are the elements of A union B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and here the 6, 8. Next A intersection B. A intersection B means write the elements of A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 intersection elements of B 2, 4, 6, 8. Intersection means the common elements that lies both in A and B. So what are the common elements? 2, 2 same, 4, 4 same. So only the 2 are the common elements, that is 2 and 4, that is in lies in A intersection B. Now find n of A union B. So number of elements in A union B. Here the A union B number of elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 elements in number of A union B. Next number of A intersection B. So how many elements are there in A intersection B set? It contains only 2 elements. So n of A intersection B is 2. Now what is the relation between these? So it is here n of A union B equal to, we have the formula n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B minus n of A intersection B. So this is the relation among these 4 numbers. N of A union B equal to n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. So see, check whether it is true or false. LHS n of A union B. LHS n of A union B. N of A union B contains 7 elements. So this is left side quantity. Now right side RHS equal to n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. So n of A contains 5 elements, n of B A value 5, n of B value 4 minus n of A intersection B, n of A intersection B equal to 2. So 5 plus 4 9, 9 minus 2 7. So RHS value 7, LHS also is 7. So this is the relation among these 4 numbers, means n of A union B equal to n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. See, this is not in our textbook, but this is an important for exam point of view. See, the exam, the question is like this. This is a Venn diagram is given. So from this Venn diagram, find the sets A, B, A intersection B, A union B, A minus B and B minus A, either for 4 marks or it comes in exam for half mark multiple choice also. See, but how to identify the sets from Venn diagram? If a Venn diagram is given, how to identify all these sets? So I already explained in the previous videos. See, this is a complete set A, the circle, and the circle denotes a complete set B. The common portion is A intersection B. A union B means all the elements of set A and B. So the left side portion, see, observe the dark portion. So this is A minus B. The portion is A minus B. So only the left side. So A means A minus B union A intersection, means this is the combined A. A means the elements of A minus B and A intersection B. Next, the purely elements of B. The purely elements of B means this is the portion that this is the empty, the white shaded region is the complete, the purely elements of B. sorry, the purely elements of B minus A. Sorry, this is the purely elements of B minus A, not B. B means complete set. B minus A means the only the white area is the complete B minus A. So B means the elements of B means A intersection B and B minus A. So combined elements of A intersection B and B minus A is the elements of B. Now see, from this I already told the relation among this A minus B is A union B means A minus B union, plus means here we use the symbol union A intersection B union B minus A means the combination of means the areas. We have to add the areas A minus B area, A intersection B area, B minus A area means while we adding the all these three areas we get A union B. So this is about the Venn diagram. So we have to identify one by one. So what is find the set A? So write the elements of set A. So set A means the circle. A circle 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. Next set B. Set B elements means this is the circle. So write the elements 3 5 6 7 8 9 10. 3 5 6 7 8 9 10 means it is given in Venn diagram. From the Venn diagram we have to select the elements of A and B. So this is completed. Next A intersection B. A intersection B means the common area of both A and B. So this here the A intersection B indicates. So here the A intersection means 3 5 6 3 5 6. So this is the common area, that is A intersection B. Next A union B. A union B means all the elements, complete portion. A union B means write all the elements of set A and B, starting from here the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So complete the 10 elements, or we can select from this also 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So complete the 10 elements of A union B, or we can write all these elements as in A union B. Next A minus B. So this is the important in exam point of view for half mark. The set is given like this. Write the elements of A minus B. So A minus B means this is, so the dotted area, this is the dotted area, only this dotted area is known as A minus B. So the elements here, only the left side is 1 2 4 1 2 4. Here we are not using the formulas, only from the Venn diagram we have to observe the all these sets. So how to identify means we have to keep in mind this diagram. So here it contains A minus B, this is A intersection B, and this is B minus A, and the combination of all this is A union B. So this is the easy method to identify the elements. Next, the last one is B minus A. So B minus A means here the area B minus A. So the horizontal lines here I am drawing, this area is B minus A. If you observe, write the elements of only these horizontal lines. If you observe here the B minus A means elements 7 8 9 10. 7 8 9 10. So this is the area of B minus A. While adding A minus B, A intersection B, B minus A, we get A union B. See, check once again simply. See the elements A union B contains, this is the biggest set, contains all the elements. Now by adding these three sets, check whether it is A union B or not. See, here I am checking directly. Observe 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So by union of A minus B, union A intersection B, union B minus A, so all the unions of these three sets, this is A union B. And the one more relation, A, see the intersection A minus B intersection A union B intersection B minus A equal to empty set. I already told this relation in the previous videos. means there is a no common element for these three sets. They are disjoint sets individually. A minus B, A union B is disjoint. This is A intersection B. A intersection B and B minus A are disjoint. A minus B and B minus A also disjoint. They disjoint individually. So A minus B, A intersection B, B minus A, all these are three disjoint sets. Check whether there is any common element or not in A minus B and A intersection B. A intersection B 3, 5, 6. A minus B 1, 2, 4. There is any common element? No. So these are disjoint sets. Next, A intersection B and B minus A. A intersection B and B minus A. There is any common element? 3, 5, 6 here, 7, 8, 9, 10 here. So there is no common element here. So these two are disjoint. And A minus B, B minus A. A minus B 1, 2, 4. Next B minus A 7, 8, 9, 10. So these two also disjoint. So they are disjoint. All these three are disjoint sets. There is no common element. So intersection of all these is equal to pi, empty set. So in this way we have to identify all the sets, and this is the relation among the union, intersection and the difference of the sets. So far this is the complete about the second chapter, sets.